Hi Anbu, welcome to World of Careers Perito Talk. It's pleasure to have you as part of this. We just started it recently, and it's great to onboard you into this expert talk.
Thank
Okay.
you. Thank you.
Before we start, a quick introduction about Mr. Anbuthambi. He's the president of ICT Academy and has been in ICT Academy for the past 11 years. ICT, for those of you who doesn't know, is an initiative from Government of India along with the state government and the industry. It's a bridge between academic institutions and the corporate world. Mr. Anbuthambi holds MBA in marketing. He is also an XLRI person. He holds a PG in business management from XLRI, and he also has a PhD. He's involved in a book called Future of Higher Education. It's a research publication from ICT Academy, written by Mr. Pattabhiram and released by our Vice President, Mr. Venkaiah Naidu, a couple of months back. And with that, we will get into the show today. Today's topic is closely referenced from an article written by Mr. Anbuthambi recently. It's published in a couple of famous magazines, 10 pointers for students to select the right engineering college. So that's the theme we are going to be covering today. Welcome, Mr. Anbu.
Thank you, Mr. Atreya, and I'm very happy to be part of this session. And thanks to Mr. Pattabhiram and you and the other team members of this initiative. I got an understanding about this initiative, which is going to help a lot of students and parents, help them get good understanding about the careers, the world of careers which are available for them to pursue. I think, in whatever possible ways, I can contribute from my knowledge, what I've gained over a period of time, being with this unique organization called ICT Academy. Thank you very much for inviting me, Atreya.
Our pleasure, Mr. Anbu. My first question is, what triggered the article, the 10 pointers,
Yeah, see, I think time and again this issue has been spoken, and every time, to be very, very practical, every year, I get calls from at least 5 to 10 students or parents from my own native place, asking what course my kids should join, which college to choose, and things like that. And I'm sure you're aware, I come from a very remote part of Tamil Nadu, which is called Nilgiris. Nilgiris district is a district of blue mountains. My village is located in a typical mountain, in the Western Ghats. So there, the access to information, access to the cities, access to the outside world is very, very less there. So students there and the parents there have very limited information. At least the earlier days. Now at least there is internet and people are getting a lot of information. But earlier days it wasn't there. So they all, we used to call people, talk to people who are there living out in the cities, working in different professions, to get advice on where and what the kids should join after their higher secondary exams. Every year I get some of our known people call me and get those kind of inputs from me. And this year, I was surprised to note and to see some of these students, they have joined some courses. They've joined some colleges without having some deeper understanding of what they could do. For example, say there was a student who had scored more than 90% in higher secondary, and one who has a high scope of getting a seat in a regular counseling in a very good college, ended up joining in a very I would say a college which is not to that great, not a great college. Finally, I understood, there were some marketing mailers or posters that he saw about the college, and he joined there. So he didn't do real research. So I was really upset, a student who has got so much of marks and who was capable to go outside, from his village. He was willing to go to a hostel and study, but he didn't do a real understanding about which college he will join. Then I thought it's necessary to give certain pointers to those kind of students and to all whoever possible to get an understanding of what they should look at, what are the parameters that they should look at in selecting a right college. I think that is my personal trigger point when I decided I will do this article.
Thanks, Anbu. In fact, I think for the viewers' benefit, it's available in ICT Connect in English version. It's also available in Kumudam in Tamil. So anybody who can understand Tamil and English both will benefit from reading this article. It's a must read. Anbu, just taking on from where you started, with so much of overwhelming information in front of an engineering aspirant, when is the right time to start the research and where to start it?
See, practically, the research would have started long back. No, people would have, just after joining their 11th standard, people would have got, some amount of thinking about what they will do after 12th standard. Because I think the real career, direction is taken after 10th standard. Because, in 10th standard, until 10th standard, all of us would have studied in the same stream, and deciding the 11th standard will decide whether I will take your track, which is the accountancy track and become a chartered accountant, or should I take a maths track and look at becoming a engineering or other profession, or look at science stream. So the real decision they would have taken to some extent when they decided to join a particular stream in 11th standard. So right from 11th standard till 12th standard, during the 2 years journey, they would have done some amount of research on what to do. I think the basic research would have gone indirectly. They wouldn't have done it very, very consciously, but they would have definitely done some amount of research right from that time. So I think the research should, research according to me should start basically on understanding from people in that segment. When I say people in that segment, there can be a lot of people, those who have completed that particular course in that particular stream, and they would have joined some companies, they would have started some organizations, and we will have to talk to them to get to know whether this stream will suit me. I think the more than what is the potential in that particular stream, it is, will this stream suit me? Will my interest suit this stream? I think that research one has to undertake right from his 11th standard onwards.
Okay. In fact, even in World of Careers, when we do this, we give an example to explain to people that we select shirt by wearing it. We spend 10 shirts we wear, we see in front of a mirror. But unfortunately, for a career or selecting a right engineering stream, I think people are not spending that much of effort. And that is how it is coming from you also. Okay. Now, with respect to stream selection, now that they are completed 12th, when they are standing in front of their house, there are lots of streams available, lots of roads in front of them. What 3 parameters they should consider in selecting which road or which stream they should pursue?
No, it's a very, very, I would say this is a tough question, because this is a tough decision one will need to anyway take when they consider to join an engineering stream. But if you ask me specifically 3 parameters, I would say first they will have to see, what am I interested in? Because see, if you even within engineering, while engineering has a generic scope of maths and physics, but once they pursue engineering, each stream is different in its nature. You look at what IT and computer science offers, against what a chemical engineering will offer. Altogether, totally a different one. So, one has to first take care of his interest. Whether do I have interest in that particular stream, which will come from an understanding of what kind of jobs are available for that particular stream, or what kind of careers are available for that particular stream. Is it very, very narrow profession, or is it offering a wide range of careers? For example, you take a computer science stream, which will offer multiple job roles after one pursues a B engineering in computer science or IT. So, but if you take chemical engineering or you take plastic technology, so they may not offer such wide range of career opportunities. But if I'm passionate, if my interest is towards chemical engineering and technology, so I would definitely pursue chemical engineering and technology. So if you ask me to confine into 3 parameters, first, what is the scope of that particular industry? Second, what are the job roles available in that industry, or what are the kind of careers which will be available in front of me once I complete? Third, is my interests and my passion suits that industry. I think these are the three parameters one should look at, even before selecting the right engineering stream.
Thanks, Ambu. I think you also mentioned for the previous question that speak to an expert or the person already performing that job. I think that would be a fantastic thing. For example, if you want to become a journalist, talking to one journalist, I think that will open up lots of things for me. I think it's a very valuable insight. Now, with a world becoming a small village, okay, I think people have selected a stream. Now, what could be the location point for an engineering college? We have college, just a couple of kilometers we have. We have within the state, we have within India, we have outside India. So what could be, how could we select it?
Again, this question, everybody knows the answer. All of us in India want to go to IITs. No doubt in it. No, if I get a seat in IIT, no, the location doesn't matter to me. I may be, again, I may come from Nilgiris district. If I get a seat in IIT Chennai or IIT Delhi, I will definitely find all ways and means to go and join there, stay in a hostel. Because for us, institution matters. So location is secondary. When it comes to the tier one, or I would even say the best institutions, wherever you get, you are willing to go and join. And I'm of a definite opinion. India offers very good and strong engineering. So I would not compare it with education outside. I think within India we have the tier one institutions like IITs and their RECs, the NITs, and next to that, there are some big institutions, long-standing institutions who are ranked who are ranked at the top 100 either in NIRF or in other rankings. I think there are some good institutions across India. But to answer your question, the decision of which college I will join, as a student, will depend on 2-3 things. Number one, I may be interested to join IIT. That's a different story. But first, will my marks suit it? Because you should have that many, that much scores either in your +2 examination or in your the appropriate entrance examination of that particular university or that particular board. For example, engineering NEET examination was there, and every university will do their own examination, IEEE examination. So you'll have to check out, where your scores will get you a seat. That is the first parameter. So once you look at that, second, you should look at your family circumstances, whether you'll be able to go and join and be there as a hostler, or you would like to be a day scholar. Will you be able to afford staying there in a different location? So you have to look at your own family circumstances and then take a call. And widely, all good colleges are available across the nation. I would say right from IIT Guwahati in the northeastern side, to our REC Trichy in south, or IIT Chennai, or you go to IIT Delhi, or even IIT Jammu. So if you look at colleges, good colleges, best of the colleges are available across India. So you will have to look at your scores and your family circumstances. Those are the two things which should decide you on where you will join. I'll also tell you an example why I'm making this point. There was a case, one of our known person, one girl student from down south part of India. She got a seat in one of the IITs. She joined that particular institution. Within 1 year, she could not withstand. Which means she was totally homesick. She has never come out of home, and finally, she had to come back. They were not considering family circumstances as a parameter. They were only looking at the mark and the institute. So that will mostly suit to many of us. If I have a good mark and if I get in a good institution, I will still go and join there. But it will mostly suit us. But you should also consider there is a family circumstances. There may be certain things which you will need to take care about, because we will need to worry about sustaining there in that institution for next 4 years, leaving your family here. So you will have to take care of those things also.
So it's not a sprint, it's a marathon. So you need to accordingly consider a long term.
Well said. Okay. Exactly.
Thanks a lot, Anbu. Now, if you talk about an IIT or REC, NIT, all these things, a couple of factors matters. Faculty, the right facilities they give you, or infrastructures. What are some of the things? Not everybody would be able to join that, but what are few of the parameters that a person has to consider, a bare minimum, for selecting the right college?
Okay, see, I just meant the tier one institution. That doesn't mean that the world ends there, because there are a lot of institutions hundreds of institutions across India, those who provide infrastructure, quality, and education, and the facilities, infrastructure, whatever you say, at par to these institutions, or even some private institution even offer infrastructure in terms of higher than these institutions. So institutions across India, even the tier 2, tier 3 location institutions are doing well. But when it comes to selecting a college, if I don't get a seat, in these tier 1 colleges, and I will have a choice to go to any self-financing college across. For example, you take, every state will have several hundreds of such colleges. In Tamil Nadu, there are 500 colleges. In Karnataka, there are some 250 colleges. So, when I have to go and choose, a college there, I will have to look at first, is this college a good college? When I say good college, that's exactly my article says about some 10 pointers. Now, out of which I will do the first level of first few filters. Okay, the first filter is which of the colleges my marks will suit, because I would have got some scores, the entrance scores, and I'll make a ranking list. I'll make a list of some 10 colleges which I will try and get in, and I'll first see whether they really are accredited. They accredited with NAC, NBA kind of accreditation bodies, because that decides certain amount of quality principles by default. So once your college is accredited by NAC, once your stream that you are choosing is accredited by NBA, which is typically for a department. So when that is accredited, when they have that approval, which means certain basic standards are already taken care. You need not do a deep understanding about certain parameters. So I think accreditation is one which I will see. Second, if I will see whether my list of colleges that I chosen, do they have they come in any of those rankings? Because there are some government official rankings. For example, in India, they have the NIRF ranking, which is officially done by the government of India. So I'll see whether these colleges, or whichever is the college listed in the top 100 or top 200. Now I'll based on my marks, I will filter the colleges based on what ranking they have. No, both in NIRF ranking and also the university ranking. Many universities now provide ranking to them. So I think that the ranking is one parameter that I will see. So these are the things which I will broadly see to shortlist some of the colleges.
Okay. Thanks a lot, Anbu. I think a ranking would give lots of advantages, because it's need not be the first 2, 3. We can also go down, and still there are very good colleges available. And I think one thing which I'm seeing in media also is the kids or the aspirants are not able to handle these disappointments. Some of them end up taking some drastic move. So what would be your advice for them? How to handle the disappointment if I want to get into IIT, and if I'm not able to get into IIT, I get into the next step. What would be your?
I think that nowadays students don't get disappointed, because as soon as they get their score, they are aware. See, even getting a seat in a college. So forget IITs. By default, when you have your score, you know which IIT you will get. Now you can look at your cutoff, and you will identify the day when you get your scores. You know where you will get. But when it comes to self-financing college also, nowadays they publish their cutoff of last year. At what rank you were able to get which college. But now again, as I mentioned earlier, now there are plenty of other colleges which provide enough quality and good output compared to the tier 1 colleges. I think there are plenty of options. Unlike earlier days, people say either you join IIT or you have no other such level of college. Now the situation is different. There are hundreds of such colleges. So again, as I mentioned, based on my score, I will definitely get a college of that standard. Definitely. So you need not worry about a student getting disappointed. The student may still be disappointed that he could not score more, but not on selection of college, because he knows for my mark I will get this college. So he will be easily able to understand and accept it.
Okay. Thank you. One last question in the part 1, before we wind up. I normally consider engineering as conventional and unconventional. Conventional or our mechanical, electrical, computer science. The unconventional, when we did a few research for World of Careers, rural engineering, dairy engineering, energy conservation. These are kind of very unconventional thing, but huge demand, which not many people are actually tapping. What would be your advice for somebody who's interested in these kind of areas when the entire mass is moving towards a conventional thing? What would be your idea and or advice for them?
See, again, there is, it is not that the mass which is moving. It is based on what industry takes in.
Okay.
Why, all these computer science, IT streams, got the masses. The reason is very simple. There, the more number of industry players came into picture, they offered more number of jobs. By default, the demand and supply balanced there. I think that's the answer. And there are maybe, as you mentioned, there may be nanotechnology. There may be few technologies or few streams which are offered in very limited number of institutions. But definitely there are a scope there. But the scope in terms of scale wouldn't have felt so far. That's the reason it is offered in very, very small number of institutions. But as you rightly said, it may have a lot of opportunities for research in that area. For example, as you said, on the nano engineering side, nanotechnology side, while it does not offer jobs at scale. There are no careers at scale there. But definitely there are very, very interesting research opportunities. People look that as a futuristic. But today, is it available upfront of you? The answer is no. We can't predict it today. So until otherwise, I'm very passionate about that area. And until otherwise, I have in-depth knowledge about that area. Preferably, students will join the conventional streams. The reason is very simple. In my conventional stream, I will have choice to choose lot of careers after my education, and I have a choice to switch over things. I may be a mechanical engineer. Then I may still go into automobile, or I still go into manufacturing, engineering. There are a lot of things I can switch over. I'm not restricted towards one particular area. When it comes to a very niche areas, I'll be confined to that area. So until otherwise the scope of that industry grows with a lot of career opportunities, then my career is always risky. So people prefer to go to conventional area. So I definitely say, if my passionate, if my interest area is that particular area, and if I would like to pursue a lot of research opportunities, one could choose those niche areas. No doubt in it.
Thanks, Sanbu. That was a very practical answer. In fact, if you really see, that was very logical, very practical. And in fact, also NEP talks about little bit of unconventional engineering things. I think the focus is laying there. Might be more opportunities will open up, more people will end up there also. Okay. Thanks a lot for this episode. We'll catch up soon in the next episode, Anbu.
Thank you. Thank you, Andre.